I have a new discovery I will share with you guys.
What?
It's all about the things on your hands.
The corn? Use also to experiment.
Of course you can. People often say that playing music can enhance the growth of plants. However, there aren't enough scientific experimentation.
People believe that plants have acoustic memory. However, it's a kind of epigenetic memory that changes the gene expression through plant cells. According to studies, plants can essentially store biological warnings and prove that plants do have epigenetic memory. This might be shown by the growth of plants.
We chose corn as our subject due to its sustainability. It can be used for feeding and made into eco-friendly biofuel for transportation.
So what is epigenetic memory and what is acoustic memory?
Epigenetic memory is an ability to pass down gene activity to the next generation without changing the original DNA code. And plants can memorize through stimulate cell and DNA while new cells grow via mitosis and can speed up the responding time when the same stress happens again.
And acoustic memory is a system of memory that processes through your brain cells in the central nervous system for storing raw sound patterns. It is also known as the echoic memory, which allows your brain to process in mind, understand, and remember the sound you receive. So why do we say that plants have epigenetic memory instead of acoustic memory? Because plants don't have a central nervous system, those organs for hearing and no brain, so they couldn't process, decode, and store raw sound patterns. So only physical changes could affect the plant. And these are the steps of how the plant remembers.
First, when the music or frequency were played, physical vibration will shake the cell wall and trigger the calcium ions and hormones inside the cell.
Then the stimulation of sounds or vibrations will stimulate the plants, which modifies the chemical mark on the DNA. The epigenetic stimulation changes the DNA, which makes it easier for the plant to read and respond in the specific information they receive. So for our experiment, we tested on how sounds affect the growth of DNAs. The experiment lasted for 12 days and the method is just feeding music. We designed this way because we believe that true sustainability are accessible to everyone. So in a total of 12 days, on the first 7 days, we played 432 Hz music 10 minutes every day. Then on day 8 to 10, we stopped playing the music, which we call it the resting phase. Then on the last few days, we continued playing the same music. And this will be the main group that can find patterns of memorization. We did 2 vice experiments. One of them is how does different colors of light affect the growth of plants. And for group A, on the first 7 days, we exposed the coins under blue light during daytime and red light during nighttime. And on day 8 to the rest of the experiment, we continued exposing it under blue light. Then for group B, it's a completely exposure under red light. And for group C, it's just normal sunlight, which would be decided by the weather conditions that day. And we did this experiment because we tried to find the pattern, and red light can help the coins grow faster and blue light slowing down their growth.
Another vice experiment we made is how does humidity affect the growth of DNAs. We checked the watering time and days to see if humid environments or dry environments can enhance the growth of corn. For group A, we water a corn alternately until the last day of the experiment. For group B, we water a corn normally every day. And for group C, we water a corn every day and until day 8 we will stop for the rest of the experiments. We want to see that if there's a pattern that shows more water growing faster and no water growing slower.
As a result of these 2 experiments, they both failed due to the corns getting moldy without an obvious pattern of growing trail, which might be affected by the weather conditions during winter. According to the data and graph, you can see that on the first 7 days, the corn stays the same, then slowly grow when we stop the music. And on the last 2 days, we call it the recall phase. The coins approximately grow from a gap of 0.55 cm to 1.5 cm. Which we found that there's a 2.7 times acceleration over the last 2 days.
Grow faster and feed more. After the experiments, our hypothesis was supported. What we feed isn't any fertilizer, it's music. The data shows an acceleration in the re-exposure phase when we continue playing music after 2 days of silence. Since we structure of the experiments. Some didn't succeed due to a grain saturation. So as a result, do plants have memorization?
The answer is yes. Plants do have some clues that are related to epigenetic memory, which can stimulate the plant's growth and make farming easier.
Our experiments met the goal 2,015 life on land and 12 responsible consumption and production.
We found that our method of growing could be applied to farmers, which can enhance the crop yields at low cost, which means that we can provide more food and distribute more crops to the world.
Yay!
Also, applying this method can make music and eco-friendly growing power, which prevents pollution from traditional chemical fertilizer and soil degradation, which protects the land ecosystem.
Furthermore, we can make this easy method grow into a sustainable ecosystem by introducing this technology to developing countries. We can apply the UN SDGs Goal 2, 15, and 12 in a more convenient way to a growth. Thank you.